Hello, I am back. So, we are going to be on the Realm today. I haven't played on the Realm for quite a while. The Realm was actually down for a while just because it was expired, I believe. And we're currently working on a different server, a modded one this time, that is not going to be going through Realms. But that's taking longer than expected due to a lot of things. Bestie, the person setting up the realm, underestimated how long, not the realm, the server, underestimated how long it would take, and also has her own, real life stuff going on. So she was kind enough to put the realm back up for us, which I deeply appreciate. And so we're going to be taking advantage of that, because I do actually like the realm. We have a few mods. They're all client-side because Realms doesn't allow for heavier mods. They don't allow for server-side mods or mods that directly change the game too much. But, things like Gamma Override, it allows. This is my house. A lot has changed since I was last live here. We have a little smithing room. It's not perfect, but it's in the works. This is supposed to be a forge. Or I think that's what they call it in glass blowing. In glass blowing, they call it the glory hole. I don't know if it's called the same thing in forging and metal smithing. But I do know that they call it that. But the practice part of it, I want to do some building practice and also a bit of redstone practice. But a little catch up on what we've done. We have a lot of bees. A lot of bees. And I need to shear the honey. We have some turtle eggs, both in my inventory and in the process of hatching over here. We have some sugarcane there. We have an unfinished chicken coop with many chickens. We have a lava farm. Lots of lava. I should close those doors so the bees don't get in. I don't know if they would get in, but I don't want to risk it. And then over here, we have bamboo, and we have sugarcane, and we have Jeff. Jeff is visiting. I did not know he was here. Let's go grab these eggs, just to clear up a little bit of the entities. We do also have some chickens outside, because I watch Hermitcraft, as of now. I recently started, so I've seen clips of the other seasons, but the only one that I've been, actually, watching has been season 11. And I'm not fully caught up with everyone. I haven't watched everyone's perspective, but I watched a lot of it. And so I saw the chicken bombs they were doing. Now, I have yet to get much slime balls, and I also do not have any, I have not gone to a trial chamber, which is unfortunate. I don't think I'd be able to get the breezing potion thingy, which I think you need for those chicken bombs. But I would like to do a chicken bomb just for the hell of it. I also built this over here. This is a cute little house I built because I was originally gonna make a little town here. It's not super decorated, but I think it looks quite nice. I wanted it to look and feel like an actual livable space for a Minecraft house, for a Minecraft world. Someone would actually live here. But yeah, I tore down some houses. I destroyed all of the village farms because I was going to build here. I have a happy guest. Her name is Liliana. I talked about that at one point. I love her dearly. She's my baby. I was also working over in the acacia biome. Is it a mesa? it's the savannah. Over in the savannah, I was working on breeding some horses. I have some trees growing. But what I want to do is I want to do some industrialization. Because this is a weird thing about me. I actually like the look of a lot of Minecraft farms. I am a lover of the inherent beauty found in the mechanical. I love machines. I love, like, well, there's a lot of beauty in nature, and I think letting things be more natural is generally prettier than heavy, like, industrialization. I do think there is beauty to be found in the industrial, and since my build style tends to be very compact, it tends to be very, like, rigid, and I struggle a lot with asymmetry and making things look natural. I think that it would actually be the perfect sort of way to work with building for me, especially since I do want to learn a bit of redstone. I don't know. I love machinery and mechanics. On the off chance that you know me from Tumblr, I don't want you to look into how any of my posts could possibly relate to what I just said. Because you and I both know that they definitely connect in a few ways. But. We have a spider spawner. I have lost the, what's it called? The compass that leads to the spider spawner because I did die while holding it. I've died a few times off camera, like quite a lot. I've lost a lot of my stuff. Hence why I don't have my cool pants anymore. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and really push myself and be willing to take risks. Thank you. And yeah, we're gonna try. We're gonna try and let loose. We're gonna be bold. We're gonna be bold. Thankfully, I am on my meds today. My Adderall. So that should help. Adderall can make you a little more anxious. But for me, I find that it helps a lot because it helps with the way that I think and process information and stuff. And it makes everything a lot easier to, like, just handle. I don't feel as paranoid when I'm on my Adderall. Because I do have some issues with paranoia, I will say. I get rather paranoid, which is why I tend to be so, like, it's why I tend to be so overly cautious to the point of self-sabotage. It's why I don't go out much. It's why, in my single-player world, even, I don't really leave my base nearly as much as I probably should. It's because, like, even there, I am paranoid. I'm scared that I will get lost. I'm scared that I'll mess something up. I am scared that I will die. Even though there's less consequences, because on that one, I play with keep inventory. I have my guard up, and I don't know how to put it down. But we're trying. We're trying to make steps. Baby steps. But one step forward is better than none step forward. So we're gonna make steps forward. Where are all my dead leaves? There they are. I do have an automatic composter here. I have learned that rotten flesh does not compost, which was good to learn because I thought it did, and I was really, really hoping to compost the rotten flesh I have, because I have too much of it, and there's not really much you can do with it in vanilla. But yeah, I need to fix my fucking storage. I have a storage room, I just don't make good use of it. Instead, I make use of all of this shit. Just everywhere. I need a place for my dishware. I have a place for my meats, cooked and raw. If I'm gonna do a lot of building, I doubt I'm gonna do a lot with, what's it called? Leaves. But it would be a good idea to keep that on me, to keep, like, a pair of shears on me, just in case. We could probably leave the torches at home. Not torches, flint and steel. Flint and steel we can leave at home. We need to bring our shovel, we need to bring our pickaxe, we need to bring our axe. That stays home. We're gonna bring this. We have another silk touch thing, that's a pickaxe. Thought I lost my silk touch axe. Apparently I lost my efficiency axe. The turtle eggs, I think we can put here. We have fences that I don't have any use for right now. I'm gonna just toss them in here. We're gonna get a lot of jungle wood, so I think we're probably gonna build with jungle wood. Because if we're going for the aesthetic of hyper-efficient, hyper-industrialized, with close quarters, I feel like it would make sense to build with the materials that we have a lot of. And so that's gonna end up being like jungle wood. It's gonna end up being cobblestone because, or just stone in general, because I have way too fucking much. It's gonna be the stuff that we hoard. And the stuff that we just get a lot of. It's gonna be like the regional shit. Also, so there's another player on the server called Sylphie. Off server, we call them Banana. But on Minecraft, it's Sylphie, so that's what we're gonna be calling them. Sylphie. And Sylphie... What is it? What is it? Come on, brain, work with me. I was about to say something. Oh, right. Sylphie is, I think... Sylphie and I are probably the most technically knowledged people on the... out of everyone that we play with. But while I know I'm a bit of a tryhard, and I've said multiple times, I have the knowledge of a pro, but none of the skill. Sylphie has the skill and the speed of a speedrunner, but also refuses to admit that they're a tryhard. Which we both know you are, Sylphie. We both know. But whatever. I think we should... Do I have planks? I know I have planks. I have an entire section for wood over here. I know that. This is all for oak wood, actually. Specifically oak wood. Which is good, because I fucking hate oak wood. Do I have any oak planks? Not in there. No. So we're probably gonna end up actually needing more. I'm just gonna make chests this time instead of barrels. Which I know is very weird of me because I always am pro barrel. But, this is gonna be 12? No, we're not making... We're making barrels, I guess. Fuck it. 12 times 16. So 6 times 6 is 36 times 2. 36 times 2 is 60, 72. So we need 72 planks. So more than that, we're gonna need 31 more. Round that up, 32. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Where are the barrels? Out of habit, I made slabs, forgetting that I wasn't gonna make barrels this time. And I ended up with fucking barrels again. I have this leading me home. So I should bring with me a bed. I have wool as well, so I might as well make myself a little tent. I may be traveling, but I'm going to travel and build while traveling aesthetically. And by aesthetically, I mean I'm making myself a tent because I'm not gonna live there. I know, Liliana. Don't worry, you will be reborn in the new world. The name Liliana actually comes from a skin over on console edition that I would play, not Bedrock, specifically Legacy console, because that is the version I grew up playing. So, when I think of, like, old Minecraft, that's what I think of. Uh, sort of the predecessor to Bedrock, I suppose. Bedrock's granddad. And that's what I grew up playing, though. I actually didn't know it was a PC game for a while, because I only knew it from playing on console. We definitely want to be a bit far from our house, because we want as little lag from entities as possible, and my house gets really laggy. I should put stairs on the staircase I made here, because I do have one, but if you notice, those are all normal blocks. Yeah. But we're gonna make the industrial area over in the jungle. It'll also just make it easier to navigate the jungle area as a whole. I was talking about something and I forgot what it was. Right, Legacy. But yeah, over on Legacy console, and I believe it might still be there on current Bedrock edition, but there were these skins based on Magic the Gathering commanders. I forgot that this wasn't fucking a different version. But it's based on the commanders from it, and one of them was Liliana. And I have actually played Magic the Gathering before, but I played Minecraft long before that. And the reason I chose Liliana as a skin is because she's a very pretty lady, and she's purple. And I like purple. And she also looked like a cool villain. And I have always been an edgy nerd who likes villains. Oh, that's always been me. Literally my entire life. Growing up, my favorite My Little Pony character was Nightmare Moon. Specifically Nightmare Moon. I like Luna, but I liked Nightmare Moon way more. I am an edgy nerd at heart, and I do not try to hide it. The skin I used way more than that, though. But yeah, I used that skin a lot. Specifically for when I was, like, exploring, like, the Greek mythology trial worlds, because I loved the trial worlds. And because I didn't own any of the texture packs. But I liked the pre-made worlds, for, like, the mashup packs. But the one I used way more, the main skin I used, was Marley's Ghost from A Christmas Carol, which was in the Christmas mashup pack. I, to this day, have not read A Christmas Carol. I believe I might have seen one of the movie versions, but I haven't read it. And when I was a kid, I didn't know that it was Marley from A Christmas Carol. I just saw the name Marley, but I didn't associate it with anyone. But I picked it because it was a cool-looking ghost, and I thought it was so awesome how the arms were always outstretched and the legs didn't move when you walked. I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. So I used it all the time. Growing up, another skin that I thought was really cool was from the Nightmare Before Christmas mashup pack. I really liked the one that was... I forget his name, but he's like the scientist that made Sally. I like that. That guy's skin was really cool to me because he was in a wheelchair. And I thought it was awesome that they actually made the wheelchair and had it so that the guy was actually, like, riding it and stuff, instead of just taking the character and having him walk around and pretend like it wasn't even there. I thought that was the coolest thing growing up. I feel like I'm forgetting something back home that I need. But we're gonna keep trucking for now. Clearing out some space for building. But yeah, I thought it was awesome. That's what little baby me thought was cool. Like, the fact that they went through the effort of doing that, like, actually making a different model, it was awesome. It was the coolest thing ever to me. But yeah, when it comes to Minecraft pets, I usually name them kind of randomly. But like with the Happy Ghast, what I'm thinking is for all of my mounts, I'm gonna name them after skins that I like, that I either used a lot or really, really liked and wish I could have used back on console edition. Like, I'm gonna have, I believe it was, I was planning on naming the Nautilus Marley, and I was gonna name the eventual horse I get when I breed a fast enough horse is gonna be named Wisher, after the Well Wisher. I never actually got to use the Well Wisher skin. The only one from the, there were only a couple from the Campfire Tales pack that I could use, but I liked Well Wisher and I really liked Farlander. Those were my favorites. I believe Farlander was my favorite growing up, but I do really like Well Wisher nowadays. And I think Wisher is a good name for a horse. I don't know why. It feels like a horse name. So we're gonna name my horse Wisher. We've made very little progress, but I feel like that's just how it is when you're clearing out area. Yeah, there you are, fucker. We're gonna have a lot of jungle wood to contend with. We should also build our little lean-to. Or, it's like half a tent, I guess. No, I could just make a full tent. But I kind of want to make a lean-to. I feel like, I don't know. Let's make a lean-to. So like that. And then we're gonna make it 2 blocks tall there so that we can stand under it. Doesn't need to be that wide. And then like that, it'll be 3. I mean, I guess it doesn't need to be, but I feel like it would make sense visually, but it would make sense space-wise, but like not visually. And we're doing this, we're building a house like this for the aesthetics, so we might as well commit. It does need to be wider, though. It's a cute little lean-to. No, it needs to be taller, though. I'm going back and forth on this just because I'm not certain. That's fine. Now I feel like this does make more sense, though. It's fine. We'll make it work. I have shears. I should just use those. And then we add our bed, which we can just throw here. Hell yeah. The reason why we brought these, by the way, was specifically so that we could store all the stuff we get from the jungle. This is not going to be at all a permanent place of living. Which is why I was willing to make it so hastily. I forgot about these. There we go. It's a tent. Or, kinda. Close enough. Found you. This is a tree, I believe? Yes. We cut it down. Because we don't need it. We're gonna have so much jungle wood. Probably gonna build out of that, honestly. I much prefer building out of it to building out of fucking oak wood. I have such a massive bias against oak wood, it's ridiculous. But I don't think it's ever gonna go away. I feel like that's just part of me. So I might as well play into it, because there are genuinely situations where I think it can work. But I talk about my hatred of oak wood enough with, like, my friends that I feel like I might as well start playing it up a little for funsies. You know, if I'm trying to do the whole streamer thing, I've gotta play myself up at least a little bit. And I don't quite know how to do that with my voice, and I also really don't want to. I actually am trying hard not to, sort of fake a I don't want to fake cheerfulness with my voice anymore. I do that a lot in my, like, personal life. I would really rather not have to do it online as well. So instead, we gotta amp up our personality a bit. Which, luckily, I've also been toning down my personality IRL. So I just have to try and undo those years of conditioning of trying to be normal. Which, I mean, I'm already trying to do anyway. Might as well lean into it more. Why? Get down here. Cut down. Gotta cut down the tree. But yeah, I gotta let myself be weird, because there's really not much joy to trying to fit in, because it's never gonna work. People are always gonna find something about me that they don't like. So why should I try to appeal to them, you know? Why should I be someone I'm not when it's not even, when it doesn't make me happy and I don't even get the result I want of being accepted? Like, what's the fucking point? There we go. We're making good progress. There you fucking are. Trying to get all of the wood so the leaves will decay. Because we need them to decay. I don't think place leaves decay, but I know that naturally grown leaves, if they are, like, adjacent to or within a certain distance from, I believe it might just have to be adjacent to, or adjacent to leaves that are themselves adjacent to a piece of log, they will not decay. I believe that's how it works. Might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. So we gotta get all of these logs out if we don't want to have to mine all of the leaves by hand. You have a leaf in you. You have a log in you, don't you? Yeah, I knew it. Fucking knew it, bitch. I also haven't been swearing as much. This is not an intentional thing. I like to swear a lot of the time. I have no issue with it, and I'm not trying to be, like, you know, a family-friendly content creator. I'm definitely not safe for work, but I'm definitely not, like, I'm not PG. I'm just kind of myself. I am whatever I feel comfortable being. But I haven't been swearing as much. I think because I've been watching PG content creators. So it just doesn't feel as necessary as anymore, because, like, I don't know. I've been watching all these people. I also do tend to mimic people's voices and speech patterns, though, when after I, like, watch or listen to them. So that could also be it. I might just be mimicking the way they talk, subconsciously. It is not intentional. In fact, I get a little insecure about it. This is most noticeable after I read fanfic, because I will start talking uh in the writing style of the fanfic. Also, I need to go hang up some keys on a key rack. Give me 1 second. I will be right back. Let's put on the BRB screen. Actually, let's get in our shelter. And now I will be right back. I will leave the mic on so you can hear me return. I am back. What? Oh, big stretch. City baby. Sorry, I was paying attention to cats. There were cats. And as you know, cats deserve... If a cat gets up to say hi to you, you have to say hi back. That's just the law. You gotta say hi to the kitty. Are you fucking serious? I don't think I'm critting, but that's fine. I don't care. There's always a third guy. Where's the third guy? I know you're here, fucker. Where are ya? I guess I'll find him eventually. Oh, it's getting to be night. Not quite yet, though. Let's pop these in. Just make space for the morning. I believe we're the only one online. Like, I'm fairly sure. Yep, we are the only one online. But that's fine, honestly. That just means we don't have to warn anyone that we're streaming. And if anyone comes on, I can just be like, yo, I'm live. Because, like, from what they have told me, I am fairly sure that they are comfortable with the fact that I will often stream on the worlds that we play on together. But I always like to give them warning in advance, just because, like, you know, you don't always want to be on camera. I don't always want to be live. Even on days where I do want to be, I don't always have the energy to, and that's fine. You don't have to be broadcasting everything 24/7, and if they aren't comfortable with being live, that's fine too. They don't have to be. So I like to give them warning, just in case it's one of those days, or they just, you know, for whatever reason have changed their mind. It's common courtesy. I like to be nice to people. I may desperately want to be a goblin child, but at my core, at least now, I do try to be friendly. I want to be a nice person. Though it is my New Year's resolution to get a little meaner. Or not quite meaner, but like more intense, I guess. I want to be more comfortable being bold and like fully putting myself out as I am without trying to filter it to appeal to more people. Because it doesn't even work. It doesn't work. People don't like me a lot of the time, and that's fine. There's always going to be people who don't like me. There's always going to be someone who has an issue with me, whether it be justified or not. I can't appeal to anyone, to everyone, and if I make someone uncomfortable, that's fine too. It just means that, hey, if I make them uncomfortable, and I'm going to continue interacting with that person directly, and I'm going to, like, continue interacting with that person, build, like, a one-on-one bond, not including, like, audience members who can, like, come and go, then, like, I just don't do that thing again with them. That doesn't mean I have to stop doing that thing all the time. It just means when it comes to them, don't do that thing, because they are not comfortable with it. It's a learning experience. It is not a reflection on my character when someone is upset with me. At least when it's over something small. That's something that I have to try to learn. Something that is a good thing to learn in general, actually. Mistakes happen. People are bound to be uncomfortable with something you do at some point in your life. And that's okay. You gotta learn to live with that. And to be okay with it. Because it's not gonna go away, and if you don't learn to be okay with it, then it is going to haunt your life forever. It will make you miserable. I would know. Sorry, it's a lot of serious talk. This is just shit that's on my mind. I do not know what to talk about on stream still. I just like to talk. I guess that's another thing. I can learn about what I do and do not say on stream later. I just gotta get myself comfortable talking to an audience for now. Because I'm still not quite there yet. I'm more comfortable than the average person, I would say, when it comes to, like, streaming. But I'm definitely not there yet. Still working on it. I was just trying to make sure I got all the branches. Living is a constant road of constant self-discovery. And coming to terms with your own imperfections will make you happier in the long run. Yay! Got more saplings. I got an apple. Man. Wish it was this easy to get resources in Skyblock. I've also been playing Skyblock a lot lately. Or, well, not a lot, but I've been playing it again. I started actually playing multiplayer with a friend of mine in Skyblock. And she immediately covered... So, what I did, right? Because, like, I play with cheats on. And I usually don't... I try not to abuse them too much, but I will use them. And one thing I did, I exchanged 2 of our oak saplings for 1 piece of bamboo. Because, well, bamboo is easier to farm, but it also looks better in my opinion. I don't like oak wood. Bamboo is harder to use, but it reaches higher peaks when it's used well. I feel like that's my big issue I have with oak, is that there's not really a point. There are very few, like, cases where it will look really good in, like, a way that is notable. It works to supplement other things, but it will never... People will never really point out, hey, that oak looks really good there. Because it's never noteworthy. Its placement doesn't make a big impact. And there's usually something better you can do in its place. Which is why I dislike it more than I dislike acacia. I actually like acacia. Because acacia, while it's much harder to use, reaches way higher peaks when used correctly. And I also just happen to like oranges and yellows as a color scheme. My favorite color is purple. If you couldn't tell... Wait, why do I have a cape? But yeah, I like purple. Hold on. Really quick, I need to do something. Why do I have a cape on? I did not put this on. No cape. No capes. I don't know why. I don't like having a cape on my skin. Capes are cool, but I don't like to use them much. I feel like my skin works better without a cape. Maybe it's because I have a hoodie. Maybe it's because it's so simple that, like, it's so simple that if you cover any of the details, it ends up looking incomplete. There's so few details that all of them end up feeling important. But that's just how I like to design things. Because fun fact, I like to do character design just in my free time for funsies. I have a lot of OCs, and I have some original stories that I work on as well. I have not published any, but I have posted some stuff on AO3. I am decently active on AO3. Well, not active, but I have posted some stuff, and people still read some of my stuff. It's really interesting. People really like this one shot I wrote that I cannot go into detail about because it is not safe for work. But people really like it. It's interesting. Maybe it's just because it's simple, but calls to a very specific audience. Male or AMAB people who really like the daycare attendant from Security Breach, specifically Moon. Which, I'm not AMAB, but I am a trans man with bottom dysphoria, so teehee. I'm just yapping. Why am I wearing armor? I feel like I'm getting really worried about the durability on my axe, as if it isn't halfway. I don't know. I've gotten so used to having to watch the durability of things so carefully I view resources as more, like, valuable than they tend to be in basic Minecraft, just because I'm so used to playing Skyblock. Same with space. Dude, I don't know why, but I always end up building very small. It's actually something I'm trying to learn to take better, like, advantage of in my build style. Like, leaning into claustrophobia. Because I am not claustrophobic. If anything, I'm the opposite. I do not like wide open spaces too much. I very much like to be in a small space. I like when I can easily see my surroundings. Big spaces can be fun, but like, people are really good at making them work, especially Minecraft builders. But I don't know. I always have trouble making it work. I have struggled. Thank you. I have trouble filling the entire space and making it look good. I always end up with way too much leftover space because I didn't know what to put there. I like to work in the details. I like to work on a small scale. I like to try and, like, I build on the scale of a Minecraft character. As if, like, if I were in their shoes, what would the world look like? If I were in their shoes and were also their height. I am nowhere near as tall as Minecraft Steve is. I'm actually, I believe, about a foot shorter. Because a block is a meter, right? It's a full square meter. And I don't know in my head what a meter looks like. I'm American. But I do know that it is, I think, a bit bigger than 3 feet. Which means one Minecraft block is like a good bit more than half my height. I am an even 5 foot. I am short. I am not a big person. I'm an even 5 foot if I use my cane. Because I do have a cane. If I don't use my cane, I'm half an inch shorter. Which you might not think is a big deal. But it's enough that it's enough that when I get my height checked, at, like, the doctor's office, they're like, oh, you're just shy of 5 foot. You're 4'11.5". It's enough that they point it out and, like, won't just round it up to 5 foot. Like, it's enough. So, I honestly think it's funny that I am small. Like, I joke about it quite a lot. I'm not too bothered. Because as long as I'm not being, like, talked down to or treated like a little kid, it's fine. Like, as long as they don't talk to me like I'm 12 and incapable of thinking on my own, then that's fine. Like, just treat me like a person and not like I'm beneath you, and I won't be pissed at you. We can joke about my height all we want, just don't treat me like a kid, or else I will kill you. Not actually kill you, but I don't know. Jokingly threatens you. I like to be playfully threatening. But yeah, I am small. I am little guy. Sometimes I've had people describe the way that I, like, joke about my height as pick-me behavior, which I don't think it is. I talk about my height and joke about it so much because it is an omnipresent factor in my life. I can't escape my height, and it impacts almost everything I do. So I'm gonna bring it up a lot. because it comes up a lot in my own life. When I bring up, like, stories about things I've been doing, my height will likely end up coming up because it will impact the way I handle that event. So many trees. We are gonna have a lot of saplings and jungle wood at the end of this. We're gonna need to expand our storage room more. Because oh my goodness. This is a very specific thing. I have a specific order that the wood types need to be in my head. Sometimes, I'm not sure whether birch or spruce comes after oak, but those are the first three. Oak, then either birch or spruce, and then it's the other one that isn't second. And then it is jungle. And after jungle, I believe it goes dark oak, acacia, bamboo, pale oak, and then the nether trees come after because they're kind of in their own category. Oh, and I forgot, cherry's on there too. Cherry, I believe, is it's after bamboo, before pale oak. I don't know why I have them numbered in my head, but I do. It just makes sense to me. I need a better supply of food because I cannot stop just running constantly. We need to clear out more, I think. But honestly, I think this is a good redstone testing area for now. Especially because look at all the fucking wood we have. I think we bring back our wood. I think we can bring back all of that. But we can always come back later. I forgot about this. I need to add stairs. I feel like I shouldn't now. I built this so I could get here with my horse faster, but I haven't gotten the horse I want yet. I want just a really good horse. Maybe I'm overestimating how good horses can get. I don't know. But let's quickly go home. Let's add some more wood types. Add some more slots for different wood types to our storage area. We're actually leaving our base and we're actually going between different areas without, like, a whole bunch of planning ahead of time. That's incredible. It's not every day that I do that. This feels like a long walk for me, this is a walk that I have to remind myself isn't actually that long. I just am used to never leaving the small space that I build my house in. I'm used to not ever having my house be out of my render distance, which I keep my render distance quite low. But I kind of need to get out of that habit. It's definitely not the healthiest. Throat is already hurting. Might be dehydrated. I'll have to get water at some point. I do have some in my water bottle, but not enough. We need more chests. Luckily, we have a bunch of wood. So let's make some more chests, shall we? Okay. 14. Okay. So this is oak. We're either going to put spruce or birch. Nope. Nope. I forget that you need to shift-click them onto the previous one for them to do the thing. Do I have the slabs above? I do. Perfect. If we want more jungle... If we want space for jungle, right? Because this is oak, spruce, birch. Jungle would be downstairs. I think jungle would be on the other side of this. Jungle... Yeah. And then maybe the other ones could go upstairs? Not sure. We do kind of need a space for jungle, like, now. Like, immediately. Let's just... It's fine. It doesn't need to be perfect. There's no slabs there, though. Do I have copper slabs in here? I do! Cut copper slabs. And then that. And then this. That's where the chests go, and then we have the area for walk-in. And then we have copper. Luckily, all of that's going to be mined out. Because copper is always needed. We always need copper. At least in this world. We're not going to need nearly as much copper in the next one. Let's do that. That's 3 chests. And 4. 4 chests, because the barrels don't go in this build. Where'd the barrels go? There they are. This is a chests build. 1, 2, 3, 4. Poggers. And then the copper goes here, because these are supposed to be support beams, but they need to be slabs, so that the chests on the 3rd level can open. Now we can store our jungle. And that's what we did all of that for. Let's put our oak away. We have... This is for oak planks. So, I need to quickly check what all the wood types are, because I do not have them all in my brain. Okay, hold on. Come on. Work with me here. Oak, bamboo, that's birch, dark oak, jungle, spruce acacia. I feel like it's the order that they are in the creative inventory that I tend to default to. So I need to check what that is for my own sake. Oh, right, I forgot. We gotta put the saplings and stuff away. Leaves can go there. We definitely need a place for our bamboo. We do not have a place for jungle saplings yet, because that's where the stripped logs need to go. So I guess we can just throw them in this box. My organization sometimes bites me in my own ass, but that's fine. Where's all my seeds? There you are. Cocoa bean. Kidney bean. Kidney bean. Kidney bean. Kidney bean. Ominous banners. I have so many ominous banners, and I don't need them all. Go there, I guess. We also have a lot of apples now. Okay. Okay, we are going to need... So we have this. Just a normal axe, but it's fine. We need shovel, which we have. In terms of building, how much sand do I have? I have 7 sand. Only 7, which sucks because glass is really good for building. And we don't have aqua affinity or respiration. Or, yeah, we don't have aqua affinity or respiration. We do have an enchanting table. It's in kind of an awful spot, but that gives me aqua affinity. And fire prot, which is lovely. If I make another helmet, actually, if I grab a normal-ass book... Wait, is there respiration in any of these? No. If I grab a normal-ass book, I can enchant it with stuff, right? So we're gonna try that. See if we can get respiration on this bitch. I don't have the levels. Fuck. Well, I guess this is fine. We don't need it. We don't need it. We don't need it. It's fine. Put our books away. We can put our lapis away. And we're gonna grab some sand. We also need to put away our copper slabs and our cobblestone. And our wool. Jesus Christ, we're actually... we have too much cobblestone. Guess that's what happens when you build underground, I guess. Yeah. Whatever. Let's go get some sand. Because I want to build out of sand. No, not out of sand. I want to build with glass. A lot of glass. Could also make charcoal if we need more fuel. Sorry, I thought that was a creeper for a second. Luckily, there is a body of water right by us. We'll just need to come up for air a lot. There's no respiration. That's fine. Also, in case you're wondering why I'm not getting a diamond helmet from the villager I had that traded diamond helmets, which I don't know if you saw me getting that one. He's dead. He died. All of my villagers died. And I didn't see it either. I just found them all gone. I was so mad. I genuinely thought another player had killed all of my villagers. I don't think they did now, but I was so pissed. This is not going to be enough glass. But luckily, we're doing glass panes. So we're going to get, like, 16 of these per 6. Thing is, I don't have it memorized how to make a lot of farms. Like bamboo and sugarcane farm, which is basically the same redstone. I don't have that memorized. I do not have a bee farm memorized. Most farms I do not have memorized. But I would like to learn. And I can work with what I do remember. What I do remember. Luckily, we do have a lot of flowering azalea. Honestly, since this world is gonna be, like, not used after the server is gone, after the server is made, sorry, I'm more just using this as, like, practice and brainstorming and me getting a bit more familiar with the game and stuff. Okay, so we have all of that. A lot of glass. There's some coal. Coal is good. We actually do not have enough coal. Despite it being one of, like, the most basic resources to get, we are constantly short on it. I think that's just because I smelt a lot, though. I'm the fucking blacksmith of the group. I'm a lot of things of the group. I'm just kind of that one guy who gets up to a lot of shit and no one's entirely sure what he's doing. That's me. Okay, we have to cook this in a furnace because I do not believe glass can be made in a blast furnace. As far as I remember. As far as I remember. This makes me yearn for the Create mod. I've been playing, it's Skyblock Create that I play, and you can get infinite sand with that using a crusher wheel. And God, I wish I could do that. It does require a mechanical crafter, though, which requires brass, which means you need a drowned farm. Especially because you need fucking 21 of them. Yeah, just to check. Yep, sand does not go in that. And then we could do that, and then bop, and then bop. Yeah! Now we have glass in the making. Actually, we could take that one, we could take that, make it an even amount of glass, which would be nice. Yeah! Glass acquired. We do have 14 glass panes already as well. I like to build using glass. And if we need, for, like, mob farms or something, we do have amethyst. Somewhere. I put it somewhere. Where's my amethyst? That is cobbled deep slate. That is dirt. Where's my sparkly stuff? Where is it? I know I have it. Where's all my shinies? Is it here? Yeah, there it is. I do have amethyst, so we could do tinted glass. Poggers. No, there's crafting tables in here, Ms. You don't need to run around your house anymore. Do we have quartz? We do have quartz. Okay. We do also have deep slate diamond ore. I haven't mined it because I don't have fortune on anything. What am I thinking? Come on, brain. Have a thought, please. Right, I want to try out some redstone. It was, so I need observers. I can get observers easy. It was observers, dispensers, I need shears, I need redstone dust. I need some beehives. For a bee farm. The bee farm that I'm referencing is by, it's not by, okay. It's a pretty basic one, but the bee farm I'm referencing in specific with the mud, with the azalea trees. I saw Impulse SV do it in one of his Hermitcraft 11 videos. And so that's what's on my mind right now. I don't remember quite how it worked. I also do not know how a sugarcane farm works. Though we could test it with bamboo. Pretty easily. Because bamboo can be bone mealed. I don't know if sugarcane can be, but bamboo absolutely can. Okay, so... quartz... Sorry, I'm a little scatterbrained. I apologize for any, like, quick movements. That is just my brain trying to function. We need you. We need some cobble. Luckily, we have a surplus of that. So it was you. We have redstone dust. We craft that. We need not a dispenser. Yes, a dispenser? It was a piston. We need a piston. What's in a piston? Okay. We have plenty of wood. We actually already have 3 planks in our inventory. Come on, brain. Work with me. It was that. I think we do need... I don't remember why we need redstone dust. Do we need a note block? I don't know if we need a note block. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just testing shit. I'm trying to see if what I remember is correct. Which there is a very good chance it is not. Let's try it. God, my throat hurts a bit. Definitely need to get some water at some point. There's a spider. Okay, let's get a little away from our house. Oh, there's a skelly too. Cannot crit while sprinting. I got a crit! Hell yeah. I don't usually crit. So it's bop bop. And this is where it's gonna grow. There's a piston. Right there. The observer goes on top of the piston. Right? I can't get to it. Hold on. Oh, wait. Yes, I can. Because it places like that. Right. Now, that doesn't work yet, does it? If I do this. No, it doesn't work. Do I need to do this? Does that work? Yes! Okay, that's how a bamboo farm works. And that's also a sugarcane farm. So bamboo right there. I have a bone because I just killed a skelly. And then if I do that, yeah! Okay, so that's a compact bamboo farm, and you can put them all next to each other, and it'll work. Yeah! Okay. Okay. That's a wood farm. That means we wouldn't need it in our house, either. We just need, like, solid blocks. Which we have plenty of. Honestly, we could build it out of bamboo. Because we do have a lot of bamboo already. Yeah, I think we do that. Because then it'll also make sense of, like, theming the block with what it's making. So, like, visual sorting or whatever. I'm trying to logic. I don't logic. Grab a lot of redstone. We're gonna need it. We're gonna need some planks. We're gonna use oak because fuck them. One, two, three. That makes 12. Grab some of that. There we go. If we do that. Oh, it's because I don't have enough cobble. I had to take a moment to figure out what was wrong with it. My inventory is already a mess. You know, I said I was low on coal. Starting to question my judgment. Grab that. It's really basic, isn't it? Like, that is so simple of a farm. I'm surprised. I shouldn't be surprised, but I am. Because part of me is like, there's no way it can be that simple. Redstone is difficult. But no, it makes sense. It makes sense. Because I have a very, very basic understanding of redstone. Just not complex enough to do much with. Where the fuck are my arrows? There they are. I have spider eyes to put away. And string. Okay. We need to grab some dirt. Luckily, we have dirt. Plenty of it. And we're gonna get more soon, honestly, because digging. Friend of mine. Do I have a place with all of my bamboo? I know I have bamboo somewhere. I do not know where. Have I used it all? Likely. There's a decent chance I have. I use a lot of wood. You use a lot more wood than you think in Minecraft. Hi, bud. I need bamboo. I really need you to... Oh, are you stuck? He's gonna do the same thing. Where are you? I know you're still alive. I know I didn't kill you. Whatever. We need bamboo not just for the farm, but for the structure. And I believe we need water. I know I have a bucket of water. Do I have all the bamboo that I dropped? I think so. We have a good bit of bamboo. We also have sugarcane already stored somewhere else. So we can do a sugarcane wing and a bamboo wing. So we can grab some of that. Yeah. We need water. Preferably 2 buckets of water so that we can do an infinite water source. Like that. We're gonna do that as well. Make a crafting table to bring with us. By the way, none of this is like super fancy or original. This is me just trying to get a grasp on and understanding of the things I've seen other people do. Jesus Christ. Why did it take him so long? Startled me. Another glass of wine. Alright, we have to put our redstone blocks away because we don't need those. We do actually need to make some hoppers. Yes. That's what I meant to say. Since we're making currently 4, we're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, 8. 8 logs, because each log makes 4 wood, and we need 8 per chest. Which means we're going to use 20 iron. That's a lot of iron. Especially considering that I really don't have iron to spend all willy-nilly, but... I mean, doesn't matter. It's not like this world is... It's not like this Minecraft world is long for the world, is what I was gonna say, but then I realized that was a bit repetitive. Yeah, it's not like we're gonna be playing on this world for too much longer. I can do whatever I damn well please, really. Honestly, I could do that regardless. This is my world. If I make bad choices, that's on no one but me. Let me sleep. Let me sleep. Let me sleep. I'm trying to sleep. Come the fuck on, dude. Now? No. Let me sleep. Really? Come on. Do it. There you fucking go. So you can sleep when the sun is 3 pixels. Got it. Let's go on a mission to build. Honestly, we're gonna need to use the farm a bit to build it, but that's fine. Well, we won't need it too much. Actually, wait, we could probably make it with only... No, we need a lot more hoppers than I... We need a lot more hoppers. But our iron farm kind of sucks because I built it badly. It's on a chunk border. I mean, I guess I could use it. I don't know if anyone's been near the farm at all. So anywhere near recently, but we could try. Let's... Oh, fuck, I forgot about that. I forgot how bad some of, like, the cliffs are. And, like, ravines. This is a really cool world generation, but it is a bit hard to traverse at times. But the amount of fucking ancient city that there is insane. I forgot about that, too. The bamboo ring. But that's more of a monument than anything. We don't want to upset the monument. Like, that is a massive landmark. You know where you are if you see the strange ring of bamboo surrounding a big hole in a savanna. That's how I navigate. You know that you are decently between, like, you are pretty much halfway between my base and the Acacia Village. I forgot to make it so that, there we go. Now, Madrinth isn't covering chat, in case there is anyone in chat that shows up. This place is kind of a train wreck, honestly. But it's nice. Clearly still in the early stages of Minecraft. But not, like, super early. You know? Early enough that, like, it's clearly a lot of work to do. But yeah, like, this farm was not built well. By me. It's all on me. Yeah, there's only 4 iron ingots. It also does not help. There is an iron golem in there. Do I have a lead? I think I have leads at home, but I don't know if I have any over here. Because I could take that iron golem and move him. I don't believe I have any. Yeah, like... Big guy, I'm sorry, you're kind of in the way. Because I think he gets within range of these villagers to the point where they're like, oh no, we're safe. And that's not what we want. At all. Though that also is in part because the villagers... Oh, I forgot keep inventory was off. There's a moment where I was like, why did all my stuff fall? It's because you died, idiot. Sorry, big guy. It needs to be this way. It had to. I'm sorry. My inventory is a mess now, though. So I hope you're happy with that. You probably are. God, what a mess. But now, the villagers over here won't think that there's a villager already there for them. Hopefully it should work. If the villagers are panicking, which they should be. There. Okay. Okay, yeah, they're panicking. Shoot, I forgot. You're right, let's not do that again. Villagers are panicking. So that's good. There was supposed to be a zombie there, but the zombie kept dying. I think the iron golems were hitting it. We really need the thing to spawn. 8 ingots. I mean, I guess we could try to do it with just water. That could work. I think. We would just need more water tunnels than I initially planned. There would also be more lag So I'd prefer to do this with hoppers, but whatever. Quiet. Oh well. I've been live for an hour and a half. That's not bad. It's been a while since I streamed. Sorry about that. I've been doing some. I've been trying to earn money. So I've been doing some work. Uh, Uber driving. It is very draining a lot of the time. Just like mentally. You're not even tired, really. You're not like go to sleep tired, but you do get fed up with it, especially since I am a bit prone to motion sickness. Not fond of it, but I try. Um, but yeah. Yeah, I decided to stream tonight, just to see how it goes. Just for funsies, because I miss streaming. I do actually like streaming. It's still something I'm trying to get in the flow of, because, you know, I'm definitely not super... I definitely still struggle with some key aspects. Like, you know, you're supposed to exaggerate stuff a little bit. When it comes to, like, your behavior, at least. Because that's more fun to watch. But I'm not great at that. I'm good at exaggerating, like, my cheerfulness, but I don't really like to do that. It's definitely not for me. So, yeah. I don't really know what I'm talking about, just kind of saying whatever comes to mind. Potatoes. Okay, let's try this out. We're also gonna quickly go to sleep here. Come on. Is it not? There we go. It's night enough now. Oh, I touched my glasses by accident. Damn it. I gotta go clean them. I'm still in the room. I just gotta go clean my glasses on the other side of the room. Gotta make a lot of bamboo blocks. Okay. Glasses, I believe, have been cleaned. Or cleaned. Whatever. Fuck it. For a basic bamboo farm, since we're making it pretty basic, right? I think really don't need that many hoppers. What was the collection system people use? They usually use water, I think, but there's some loss because of it. Hmm. I guess what we could do. This is just the base level. We can always fix it later when we have more resources. We could do... Actually, no, we should build it above ground. I'm wasting my time, but that's fine. Like that. All of the filler blocks are going to be made out of planks. Water flow here into hoppers here. So this needs to be up by 2 blocks. Incorrect, Ms. Come on. Handle the blocks correctly, at least. We need to make sure we have at least some bamboo left over. So we have that. 7. Now we have 14. Aha. And we can make our filler blocks out of this. So, I think this will be where the water is. This can be here, I guess. Could have it like that. For now, we use a barrel. We'll use a chest later. It's a barrel for now. Okay. And then, whoop. Use that. We do not have signs on us at the moment because I forgot. We do have cobble and dirt. It's fine. We need more bamboo. Because we specifically need to have 6 bamboo planks to make a bamboo sign, as well as sticks, which means we're going to need 1 more thing of bamboo. There we go, and now we need to make the sign for this block here. Quickly, infinite water source. Just in case we need more, which we're going to eventually, but not yet. There we go, water. Wait, I forgot. Water bucket. It was this, yeah? I think it was this. Yeah. I'm pretty sure? Okay, so then behind this, and up a block. There. This is where the pistons go. Pistons. Yeah? Yeah. And then we put blocks on the backs of all of the pistons. And that's gonna be different blocks later. Bamboo. But then we observer. We'll get rid of that dirt later as well. Oh, right. We need to be facing this way. This? Is this? I shouldn't have jumped down. And then... Yes? I think I've done it right. Can I have that, please? No, the dirt didn't get there. Yes. Okay, it works. It works. Incredibly basic bamboo farm. There's definitely better ways to do it, but bamboo farm with a collection system, not terrible. And bamboo grows pretty fast. So basically, we need to figure out what the skeleton of this is, because, like, modular speaking. Water can flow 8 blocks, yes? Counting the source block it starts on. Let's check. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then we'll put that there. And then we'll do that again. And then that. Yes, 8 blocks. Okay. Which means we can do 8, possibly 9 of these per, before having to have another water source. This is all pretty basic, but yeah. What we could even do could have, like, it all funnel into one water stream. Yeah. Because I'm trying to think. If we were to have 2 of these next to each other, maybe we could have it bring out, but then how would we make it them have stuff next to each other? We want it to be modular. Maybe the bottom layer... Okay. Connecting hoppers, perhaps? Leading to a thing that goes a bit under. It's on a slightly elevated platform so that we can then access the thing. Sort of like... So it'll be like this, but this part will come out. Yeah? Yeah, that works. Can we grow? Where's my bamboo? Oh, it's starting to grow. Is there more bamboo around here? Yes, there is. Yes, there is. It's gonna land on the tops of trees, though. And I don't really like to parkour very much. Is that everything? Yeah. It's not that much more, but it is more. Yeah. It's not dropping. Can it grow on mud? I have glass on me. Let's try. Yeah. Let's try and see. Can this grow on mud? It can. Oh, and that's how the... Oh, okay. I understand now. That's why people do the rows of hoppers. Okay. That makes sense. So we don't need that, actually. We don't need this. Flowing water, not need. We have, like, a row of hoppers down here, I think. Going into this thing at the end. This is mostly just experimentation. Still. But I think this would work. In theory, this works. In practice, who the fuck knows? I think it works. I mean, more experienced Dreadstoners probably know if this works. But I don't. Because I am not more experienced Dreadstoner. So it would be like that, right? Some of it falls there. Oh, because it's getting knocked off by the... Right. Getting knocked off. So we need to make it so that they don't have space to do that. Don't need this. Put that there. I believe... Like, if we had two of these facing each other as well, it would definitely be good. Because then it would also... That would probably actually solve some of our problems. Because then we could have... Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe we want to do that. Let me through, please. There we go. This is experimentation. We're testing. Actually, we only needed to break down half of it. I wasted my time. That's fine. Mistakes happen. We all make mistakes in the heat of passion, Jimbo. And that ended up there. So, mud like that. That hopper is going to connect there, so that way it'll still go. And then that. And then we have the pistons again. Bop, bop. Bop, bop. And then that block on the back, and then we need to get to that block. We actually need to get back over there because I forgot to place the redstone dust. Come on. You know it's me, game. There you go. There we go. And now... that should work. In theory, this works. Once again. Like, once again, someone better at redstone than me could probably make this work way better. However, in theory, this works. You just need to let it grow and see how that happens. We really need more bamboo to just grow for us so we can, you know, use it. For now, we do this. It's 10 bamboo planks, right? Now, we would not be able to put them right next to each other. Because that would trigger all of the pistons all at once. Like, back to back. We would need to have a bit of a gap in between. So it would end up having a 3-block gap. I think. Yeah, because then if we put another piston right here, or even like 2 blocks away, it'll end up triggering the piston below. I don't know. I'm not 100% on how this works. But I'm learning. We're learning. We're trying and we're learning. What are you gonna do? I don't know why they aren't growing. Are they just slow? That was bad. Okay. Let's actually get ourselves a composter. Did it work? Did it go? Did it go? No. Oh, that was vines making sounds. Are there any more logs up here? There's a good chance there are. So that was one of the big trees. And they usually have a good bit of log in there. I don't know. Oh, it's working. There's fallout, though. But it is working. If we do this... we need to turn back on toggle crouch. There we go. Should have less fallout now? I mean, we could do this out of glass instead. I would prefer glass. But I mean, it should work now, at least, I think. I hope. And that's how you make a composter. We have a composter. Now, we can put shit in it. Right? If we put seeds and flowers and shit. I think leaves can go in composters. A lot of things can go in composters, honestly. Not all the things you'd think. Where are my shears? Let's see if vines can go in. That only gave me one. But let's try. Does this work? Yes! Okay. It works. I think it just has to be, like, plant material that isn't wood, maybe? Woo. We got a bone meal, though. Honestly, I think that's not bad. For a day's work from a complete redstone noob. I wasn't understanding how they were getting the observers to set off the pistons before, but I do understand it now. We are learning. Okay. We can start our industrial empire at some point, I think. Poggers. Yay! I didn't bring scaffolding with me. You know what I did bring? Cobblestone. It gets on top of stuff a little bit. Which is bad. It's alright, we're learning. We'll figure it out. We're learning. I'm actually gonna call it for today. Because I am tired. But thank you so much for watching. I will try to be back within a week. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.